What's up, guys? Brad Adaya back again. Welcome back to another cast of the SEAL Round Robin Group Stage. Today, we have another PvT. It's going to be Blank versus Captain Titus. Let's hop into this, see how it goes. I'm going to start off on Sylphid. Classic map. Let's introduce our players today. In the left, rocking the pastel pink Taran, it is Captain Titus, the Terran Hope. And on the right, the teal Brotas, it is Blank. Thank God they're going by Blank, because their other username, I think, would get my YouTube account flagged. So Blank actually plays all the races. A lot of us do. We play all the Brood War races. I play all three myself. And the first tournament, so last season, which was a different format, it was just double elim, which had its pros and cons. But last season, Blank was Zerg, and actually was a terror for me. I really struggle with Brood War Protoss versus Brood War Zerg, so they were one of my losses last season, I believe. So let's see. We're not walling, notably. When Titus was playing against Damp, spoilers from the last episode, there was more walling going on, and that could create issues with Dragoons and Dragoon range and things like that. We're going to go double gas again, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Fast 2 Factory. And let's see how this goes. Yeah. I'm also glad that Blank's not using their other name because it has the word captain in it, and then I would have two captains here, which would drive me absolutely fucking bananas. So really glad that's not happening. So yay all around. We have our first factory going down. I think we're going to see CC happen pretty soon here, and then probably followed by a second factory. Yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth on these Terran openers. I don't know what the right one is, but I personally was really liking Command Center first, and then I would get two factories, send out like three vultures to kind of like keep tabs on the map, get a tank, get mines, and then I would just power up for a big 2-base push. Oh. I didn't even see that. That is an interesting bunker location. It doesn't... The only problem with this bunker location is that when you're in the bunker, you're not hitting anything. Right? So, like, I guess it stops the rally. You know, it's obnoxious, but this is, like, kind of APM taxing. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, they lost the Marine anyway. Yeah, this did not work out. I mean, look, the battery was canceled. So we spent 25 minerals constructing a battery to deal with the bunker and one Marine. Yeah. One vulture out on the map, just keeping tabs. And the bunker's going down, but it's a little late. They're lucky that Blank didn't just walk across the map. I think that could have been a problem. But who knows? Maybe it would be finished by the time they got there. No, I don't think so. I don't think it would have. I think it would have been a problem. It's all right. So we have tank production started. Vulture speed is on the way. Siege mode is already done. So this is fairly safe for now. And let's see if we're going to see a different approach. If we're going to see a different way that Titus approaches this matchup. because the last few games I've seen Titus play versus Protoss, it really comes down to that they can't take a third for a very long period of time. That they're struggling to get the third going, and they get contained, and Protoss starts to just mass expand, and they kind of just lose like to a war of attrition of a lot of gateway units and like drops, sometimes Reavers, Storm, whatever. On Blank's side of things, no third base coming down yet. But we do have the potential for Reavers. Where's my Reaver, bro? All right, it's on the way out right now. So we do have that Reaver tech online. We are going to see a drop, and we do not see a bunch of turrets going down. Now, since this is a round robin, I'm not always totally sure the order they played these games, because it's just the order that I get given the replays that I try to cast by. But like when we saw versus Damp, there are a lot of turrets that went down around here, and those are not here at the moment. Notably, although we do not have shuttle speed, that's very late. But I don't know if it matters, because nothing here, we have Goliaths. Nothing here right now shoots up. Okay, only 2. We're going to shoot that Goliath. This is the problem with Goliaths. Oh, that was not the best shot. But like, kind of like I've talked about before, is that this not mining is massive. We're like, oh, it's not a lot of kills, but look, we're down like 900 minerals per whatever that's measured on. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh my god. Oh, fuck. Oh no. 26 SCVs. Oh my god. Oh man, that was so unfortunate. That was just Titus probably fucking pissed. And that hit. There were some expletives yelled, even more than I say on a regular basis, I'm sure. Holy crap. The shuttle speed's done now too, so this is even more of a nuisance. And now look, we're in a similar situation. That did even a worse situation, right? That did a ton of damage. Titus is broke. They're stuck on 2 bases. They've no real force to move out with, and this is fully saturated. We're 14 out of 12 on here. Like, this is a saturated base. And yeah, I guess here's my question for all of you watchers. How is Terran going to move out and either take a third or pressure? Because one of those has to happen. And like, look, we're like building turrets and laying mines. Like, we're playing defensive. The 4th base going down. There's a 4th base going down. You know, I will say, admittedly, I do think that this matchup is much harder for Terran than it is for Protoss. I don't think it's as brutally unwinnable as PvZ is in this mod, where it's so unbelievably difficult in Brood War versus Brood War. But I do think it's overall just much easier for the Protoss to like dictate the pace of the game. I mean, look, maybe we can get some vultures run by, some mines get laid, a bunch of workers get killed, dragoons and zealots walk into mines and get blown up, like, or, you know, maybe we get a huge turtle up and Blank just attacks into it. But we have an Arbiter Tribunal. And honestly, I think this is brilliant. This is something we did not see in a lot of our previous Protoss games. We did not see a lot of Arbiter usage. And I think that things like the DTs, we don't even have scanners. There's no comsat stations. I don't even think there's an armory. Yeah. Like, something just blew up. It looked like maybe a 3rd base was on location. That's really ambitious. Oh, now you let them know they're here. No. Okay. You gotta lay some mines or something, because you're gonna get... This is gonna get swallowed. Oh, Jesus. This is going bad to worse. Blank's playing really safe with all these cannons. Look at this. How many cannons are up here? Also, if you don't know, Brood War pylons have 10,000 HP. So you never target them. You might have just killed the cannons that were building, or just ran over trying to kill the probes or something. But this is looking very, very dire for the Terran. If I was in this position, I would not be feeling very good about it. Like, I like that we're getting the we're going for vessels, but like arbiters are on the way. Is that recall? We're gonna we're gonna do some recall. This is sick. I don't see a lot of people do stasis. I see way more stasis than I do recall. This is rad. Man. I don't know. Is recall as good when they're only on 2 bases? I feel like recall's better as Terran starts to spread out. But I guess that's like a good problem to have as a Protoss player. And we're also back on this. Oh my god, look at the workers. Blank has 83 workers. I didn't even realize that. He's a probe building machine over here. This little probey boy. Look at this. Look at this economy. This is an absolutely terrible spot for Terran. Terrible spot. The fact that there's already like you have to look at it this way. The upgrades in favor of the Protoss. The tech is in favor of the Protoss. The base count, the worker count, and therefore the income, the supply. It was a 60 supply differential. Or, whatever, 50, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. It's not like I'm a mathematician or anything. But I know that 177 is a lot more than 127. I do know that. It's a lot more. And I don't think we got to get set up like immediately up here because this is about to get busted down. The problem is, think of it here. You move all your stuff. Really not a lot of tanks. Oh, there's a little cluster right here. You move these guys up. They need to kill that. Oh, he's rallying. This is in the way. He needs to kill this. Maybe he doesn't realize this tanks can't get out. I bet the rally is over there. Can I see the rally? No, I can't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look. They've been trying to rally out. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that you get an awesome position and you just fight into a billion tanks and yeah, but I don't know. We got we got the stasis on the way and more arbiters. And honestly, think of it this way. If this vessel dies, we actually don't have detection other than turrets. Like, we have no scanners at all. There's no comsat in this game. Like, you could, man, I mean, I know that mines are like weird, like there's soft detectors, but yeah. I mean, Blank is letting Titus catch up. Like, I feel like we've been in a position where we could have made a move and stop this third base from coming up, and that didn't happen. So maybe that's good for Titus, right? Maybe that's their way, back into this game. What? What just happened? What prompted him to come back like that? I have no idea. I don't know what he saw that made him run all these back when that was a free base kill with that many vultures. For the DT? Alright. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I just feel like that was like a free base cancel up here. A lot of friggin' storms. There's just so many spells. We even have a DT in one of these. Like, look at that. Oh, that's so cute. Look at this. I never see people do hallucinations. That was awesome. Oh, huge stasis. But I don't like the ones in the front. I like when you hit the ones in the back, because now these ones are just... That's a lot of stasis. Is that too many stasis? You want to leave some to kill, right? They go invincible. You need to storm. Are we going to storm it? 3, 2, 1, storm. Yeah, that was rad. Oh my goodness. Okay, it didn't kill them though, right? It didn't kill the tanks. And we're getting a lot of arbiters. I think we're pushing too many arbiters. Probably could just go in. Oh, well, we're gonna see a recall. We're gonna see a recall. Artosis is shuddering somewhere. Cold nerd chills. Not even nerd chills because he's too angry about this. Oh, there it is. I never see the recall. It's so cool. I love recall. It's badass. I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, there's not a lot of other tanks in here. And you know what Goliaths don't fight well? Dragoons. I'm going to tell you that right now. Killing the science facility is not bad. Are we going to get in? Oh, getting the vessels is huge. Oh, my God. The vessels. And you got the facility. You have to make that to make more vessels. That was actually massive. Repairing these tanks up. This is for sure going to get cleaned, but yeah, I don't know. Was it worth it? But, like, what is worth it when you have 83 workers and you're on, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, only 5. I'd like to see a 6th base. We have the money. We have 8,000 minerals. So rich. But look, Titus is putting up a good fight in this. But, like, tanks like this, all on their lonesome, scares me. You know, they might just get swarmed. Where's the army? I wonder if we're going to see more recalls. You know what else you could do? You could just, like, fly over and recall right on these tanks. Uh-oh. I just said tanks on their lowsome scare me. They make me nervous. And we see why. That was a lot of fighting power that just went down. Oh, my God. Look, it's like a giant force field. The StarCraft 2, the Sentry. You know? What's happening here? I don't even know. I just stopped casting. Start doing some tasteless casting. Like the building's about to die. We love you, tasteless. I know you're not watching this. So this is gonna go down too. But what happens is, like, we're just trading okay enough. That I don't think it matters. Yeah, and there's the carrier swap. Though, do we have the upgrade? Because carriers in this are ass without that upgrade, and do they know it's not on the way? They definitely don't have it. So carriers without the upgrade in this only have 4 interceptors. You need to get an upgrade to bring that up to a maximum of 8. Without the 8 interceptor carrier upgrade, carriers suck. They are not. They are I mean, yeah, they suck. They're pretty bad. In my seldom humble opinion, they're pretty bad. They're pretty garbage. So yeah, I think there is a very I don't want to say famous because that's hilarious talking about this like it is, but a fairly well known within the community game recently in one of the SELs where Classic forgot to get that upgrade for like ever. I think he did it in a 1v1 and a 2v2. Where he just never got this upgrade. And the carriers are just so much worse. Like, they literally have half of the DPS, right? It's not a small upgrade. You have to get it. Yeah, he doesn't know. I don't know if he remembers or if he's aware. Because I don't think Protoss is... Well, I know it's not. I'm pretty sure Protoss is not his main race in the Brood War factions. He mostly plays Zerg. But with that, I still think it doesn't matter that much. I mean, we have a lot of Goliaths. The idea is that, though, you just don't fight them. Right? You don't fight the Goliaths. You're going to come over here and you're going to start poking up bases. And you could probably even fight your way into the main. And then you have other armies that can run around and do things. This is a huge push. This is a huge push. Do we see storms? Or do we see an EMP? We see no storms. Oh, never mind. We see massive storms. Where are the tanks? Okay. The carriers are here, but they're Garbo carriers. There's a lot of them, though. Uh-oh. That's not what you want as the Protoss. And could this be Alex? weathering the storm of blank and coming back in this game. The question is, can we deal with this? Right now, unit-wise, we have 21 Goliaths. I think they do if they get the right fight. But there's a lot to fight through. And we could, the production spread. We already have another main. And look, immediately Blank's making more production. Is that double Rubba? Dude, if we went into a late game, shift into a bunch of Reavers, that would be badass. Yeah, we don't have the upgrade that gives them Storm right away either. Oh, yeah, we do. It's just hard to tell. Man, I don't know. These Goliaths are really red. Oh, we got the upgrade. Thank God. 8 interceptor upgrade is here. These are no longer Garbo carriers. Now these are scary as hell. Now, I will tell you for sure, this group of Goliaths does not kill those carriers. Where are the other Goliaths? There's tanks everywhere. Where are they? Oh, they're in the main. Okay. So this is going to get cleaned up. And all things considered, without losing that much infrastructure. I mean, we lost some stuff, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think that was a really good push. But we need more. And I think we need to go right now. Protoss just took a lot of damage. If not, these segmented groups of units are going to start getting picked off. No, don't go back and be defensive. You need that. Oh, is that a recall? I missed it. Damn, sick. Doing carrier recall, but look at that's not where you want to fight anyway. Ooh, yeah, you cannot right now. You only have 5 carriers left. That was bad. But this is where making a million billion zealots can be really good. Where's the rest of our army? 14 zealots. It's kind of spread out, huh? That's a lot of tanks. See, this is what I'm talking about. 2 supply tanks. Look how many fucking tanks are here. We're 147 supply. Look at that. So you imagine when Terran's at 200 supply, how good it is? Oh my god, it's sick. But you have to just play the whole game, just get punched in the mouth repeatedly. Yeah. Yeah. We have a 2-3 mech now versus 2-2. Oh no, 2-3. 3-2. Yeah, okay, 3-3 mech, whatever. The upgrades are good for mech, is what I'm getting at. And that's normally not good. And losing those carriers was a big problem. Something you can do is that you stasis a big chunk of the Goliaths. Right? You could stasis the Goliaths, and it kind of freezes them up. Well, duh, stasis does, right? But it means you could fight half of them, right? Or you do 2 stasises, and then you could just kill the little remaining Goliaths and just pick the tank count. I think Terran has a real way to come back in this game. And I really think it comes down to if we can get the ideal air army composition, and I don't see it happening at the moment. We do not have a lot of production considering how much money we have as Protoss right now. And when the Unsiege is here, this is the time when you can come in and storm shit, right? But look, he's gonna walk right up, set up. Look how many tanks that is. That's too many tanks. That's a lot of tanks. And oh great, you're killing the space, but what's here? The only thing really now, army-wise, positionally, I would say right now, what Blank has going for him is that he has a really good mineral bank. Not a great gas bank, though, but you need that mineral bank for carriers to continue. But this didn't even have value. There's no mining. You need to kill this. And there's very little mining for Terran in this game. That's the thing that Blank really has going for him, is I feel like this army is it. And storms can be a huge issue. What are we looking at? You got to lay down a storm. You can't bleed units. I don't know. We might be controlling the carriers. And that's another base down. I mean, this This army really has bulldozed its way through the map, just battering ram through. We need the storms right now. Right now, you storm. That was... Oh my god. Holy crap. Well, I think those storms were the game. Because you can't rebuild this Terran, right? And I think now these carriers can finish the game. I think the carriers have to come home, though. Man, why aren't we, like, building stuff out of these? Like, you have a lot of money. Build an Arbiter. Can you imagine a stasis? Boom, like, right on that ramp, just lock him out. How good that'd be right now. Yeah, carriers in groups of 2 are just so pathetic. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you really have to come back. Like, I don't think you can't lose this, right? But we're losing it. We're losing all these workers. Look how crazy this game is. Holy shit. They had 3 to 14 workers. This first game is insane. Oh my god, this has been nuts. This game has just been nuts. I can't even believe this. It has ended on a full base trade. Or literally over here, there are like 7 orange and red Goliaths. I'm like, send these 5 carriers home and kill them. Just get rid of the army. You have money. You have 10,000 minerals. And, I mean, the Zealots will do it, right? That could also be the thought. Like, I'm just going to get rid of all your infrastructure. You definitely can't build stuff. And I'm going to have a shitload of Zealots. And you're not going to have the units to deal with it, right? That could also be the thought process. Because this is not fighting Zealots very well. I'll tell you that right now. Oh my god, are we floating this across the map? This is hilarious. Taking my 3 workers with me. I'm packing up. I'm out of here, buddy. Where are these workers? Imagine if they're in the main. They're not, but there's a... This is a roller coaster ride of a game. I really like this, by the way. This little depowered symbol. I don't know. Like, I know you could tell, but there's something just pleasant about stuff like that. I can't believe that Alex has pushed this game as far as... I'm sorry, Titus. Their real name, I think, is Alex, so I get confused. That Titus has pushed the game as far as they have. You come in and repair with the, like, 40 minerals you have. You might as well just made an SCV. Here's the reality, though. This army is just going to kill this. I think. I think this army kills this without the carriers. I think the carriers also kill this without that army. And if this is not set up in siege, it's not going to be close. And we have another base going down for the 4 workers. I'm like, dude, you don't need another base. You have 8,000 minerals. Make 80 zealots and win. Just make 80 zealots. You have so many gateways here that are just not made. You have 8,000 minerals. But I mean, I get it. You're in like a crazy position. The game hasn't gone necessarily that you wanted. You don't want to throw it as Protoss. I do think Titus made a really good push, but I think the reality is that the bank is too good for blank. Even though there's no gas, it doesn't matter. And I think we're gonna see it right here. I think we're gonna see, yeah. Well, look at it. You can't fight that many zealots. Oh. All right. Game 1 was a doozy. Jesus. Whoo. Let me tell you. Whew. A little sip of beer after that one. Wow. What a game. What a game. Man, I do not look at the game times before they start. I really try to just, like, I'm not paying attention. and I get fake replays sent to me. So all of them, no matter who wins, I get 3 replays. So I never know if it's 2-0 or anything. So let's hop into game 2. I had no idea if we're going to be hitting a banger 28-minute just slugfest of Terran holding on for dear life and pushing through the entire map for it to ultimately not be enough. Though, you know really what it was? It was those storms. It was those storms up at the 12 by in front of the 12 o'clock base section. That was it. Because I think that gigantic ball was not going to die. But regardless, let's hop into this next game starting now. In the bottom right, we have Captain Titus. And in the top right, we have Blank. The other captain. But their captain name is Inappropriate. Inappropriate. But that's okay. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm just gonna have to take the challenge bracket and throw it into like a spreadsheet so I can make all the fucking names the same. Ooh, are we getting a Nexus first? Nice. Love Nexus first. Said only Protoss players. Love me some Nexus first. I would actually like to see CC first right now. Oh, we are. We're doing an Expo first game, boys. Better buckle up. Actually, these don't always go long. Sometimes the economies just kind of ramp up. We get these 2 mid-game battles and, you know, someone just kind of steamrolls the other person. A little annoying probe coming in, seeing the CC first. Feeling real safe, I would imagine. If I go Nexus first and I see a CC first, honestly, I'm pretty happy. Oh my god, this probe's annoying. This is like, it's just delaying this so hard. This is the kind of thing you do, like, when you know the person you're playing just tilts. And, love Titus, but considering I don't think we've seen a single GG from them this tournament, that leads me to believe they're willing to tilt. Oh my god, if you run back and kill that, you imagine? So, like, doing stuff like this is really strong, like, mental warfare, in my opinion. Alright, so we're going to do the double gate follow-up. I like this variant. This is my favorite. I like the double gate, double gas follow-up to Nexus first. I think it's super safe. Personally, for me, I just play Gateway Man off this. I get range, and I go not Reaver, I'm sorry, I go Observers with Dragoons, put pressure on the map, get a super fast third, and then I go into Speed Zealots, and I play just like the most caveman, like Unga Bunga Gateway Man, like clobber you with units, and then really I tech into shuttles for Zealot drops. And I have fun doing it. It's a good time. Taking some games here and there for sure. 2 Zealots is not what I thought I was going to see, but yeah, probably not. They can be disruptive. You have to remember, like, supply depots don't lower and raise, so, like, you know it's, I guess you don't know, but it's probably not a hard wall up here, right? Typically won't be. And you see the bunker, you're like, well, that's fine, I'll just run by it, right? That's the classic Brood War thing, right? They're like, I have a bunker, you just take, like, 2 Zealots and 2 Goons, just run by the bunker, and without the bunker, Marines are ass. You know, without the bunker, without healing, without stim, you know, Marines are pretty bad units. I really would have liked to see some, like, at least one bio game out of Titus. Though I like this build, like this opener, I think the best of any opener we've seen so far. Just, like, CC first, double fact. Like, I think this is a pretty good opener. But this is what I'm talking about. This is now disruptive. And this is something you have to deal with that you're going to struggle to deal with. Okay, the Dragoons didn't get in. That one took a lot of hull damage. A lot on the hull, but look at this. Once again, we're in a position where we are not mining. The Terran economy is abysmal right now. It's abysmal. And that's a problem. And what did this cost? 2 Zealots? This is so much disruption for 2 Zealots. It's insane. It's insane. And what's the follow-up? We have Dragoon range coming down. More Dragoons on the way. Reaver tech is online. Man. Blank came in with some builds. I'll give him that. We do need to see this Reaver get started, though. I think we're a little low on gas. Yeah, we're short on gas. I would just make a third. Oh, they're gonna. Yeah, they're thinking the same thing. Screw it. Oh, and their supply blocked. Fuck it. Cancel it, make the third. I don't love this third base, but it's okay. It's all right. This one's pretty good, honestly. I like this one a lot better. I understand this is towards the Terran, but man, you like cannon this up. You know, a little Storm Boy up here. It's so hard to fight up it. Oh, they ran by. Oh no. Oh no. Wow, this is kind of painful. I mean, it's getting cleaned up pretty well. 3 workers isn't the end of the world. It's just more disruption. It's just more lost mining time. I mean, there's just so much mining time that hasn't been here. Yeah. Uh-oh. 2 more. It's another one. Oh, it doesn't even take the tank shot. Look at how obnoxious this is. Jesus. Man, Titus is probably not very happy with the way this game is going. And third base is coming down, and I think we have a Reaver now. Oh, geez. We don't have speed, though. But look at our setup. Actually, turrets are a lot better than I thought they were going to be here, but you can actually fly in through here. We have like 3 Marines, guys. Just so you know, Marines are pretty bad versus Reavers. The army count for Terran is so low that I actually think this is going to fly in. And Broodwar turrets actually do a lot. I think this will fly in. And if it gets in, I think we might just see the end of the game. I honestly, and maybe not, but if this gets in, this can be such a difficult thing to deal with. You could just fly in right here. He doesn't know. Could you imagine? You just flew right down this line, drop over here, just start killing workers. Like, nothing shoots up. Once again, there's 3 Marines. I would like to see Blank have a little more killer instinct this game. I think Blank played really well last game, but I think when it came, and I struggle with this in this matchup personally, but when it came to kind of the executioner move, the finishing blow, right? There was a moment there where Blank needed to pull out a fatality and it just didn't happen. And yeah. We need to do that so he doesn't get drug out into a super long game if he wants to win. And with Titus, I think they're kind of getting, well, I mean, they're not getting what they want because the beginning of this game was kind of a catastrophe, but yeah, see, look. Okay, that's 3. 7. Ooh. And this is just tough to deal with. And the SimCity is not helping him, unfortunately. And I am the notorious for my SimCity not helping me, let me friggin' tell you. Takes 1 tank shot. Are we gonna lift it up or are we looking elsewhere? You gotta lift it up. Okay. But once again, 10 workers. The disruption, right? We're not mining at full capacity. It's a problem. Oh no, you're not gonna let it happen again, are you? You're not gonna let it happen again. You imagine? But they're macroing at home. A 4th base is up, right? I actually think there's too much gas now. I don't actually think you need to get your 3rd gas that often as this faction, but it's nice to have it because you could just gas dump and get Templars. Look at there's nothing shoots up. Goliaths are barely on the way. It's just the threat of this is so obnoxious. It's so difficult to deal with. Another shot. Oh, pretty good shot. 4. I thought it was bigger for a second. Oh, but the Goliaths are out. I think this is the end of this. Okay. That was 25 workers killed this game. Between all that, 25 workers killed. We are 70 workers to 49. So we're going to be sitting with like a solid 20, approximate 20 worker lead probably for a while. Yeah, and I just don't think the Dragoons mind this that much. They're like, yeah, okay. And yeah, I mean, it's just that same story. We need a third, and we're struggling to land the third. I do think this position is now getting better. The high ground here is pretty good. You can move up a little, maybe. Goliaths aren't great at fighting ground, but they're not. I mean, yeah, they're not great at fighting ground, but they're not like horrible when they're in front of tanks. Like they do all right, and they bunch up pretty well together. All right, so we have that CC landing. But the economic machine. And look at this. I love this. The 3 Stargates down at the top left main location, which is now their what? 5th base? Yeah. I like that that's here for some reason. I just like that, like, if the push comes, it's probably going to beeline straight up into the main up here. And it's nice to know, like, oh, well, my air attack's over here. Not that you're, like, intending to lose the main, but it happens. I didn't even see that Reaver drop get in. Mines. Oh, that's fire was rad. Okay, the game goes on. We are up 70 supply once again. And this time, there is a very wide angle on both sides you have to defend. And if you kind of pincer in from the left and right, oh, you're not moving out, are you? Oh, you're a mad lad. You cannot move out. There's no way, right? Let's get back up on this high ground. This is a big army right here. That is a lot of storms, and it's a lot of zealots in here. I actually think that this can beat this and just crush it right away. If you spread this out, or maybe even like send some zealots up from here or send some in from here, like it is absolutely doable. Oh, but they're gonna go for the drops. Oh, that's a lot of Templar in there. Okay. I mean, this is good for the Terran because it gets them out in the map, but I don't know if they can move out. I mean, no, I do know. I know they can. They really should not be. Yeah, I really don't think you can move out there. You're so low in supply. We don't even need the storms, boys. It is a sad day for the Terran, and therefore the world. That just was not very good. That was a lot of tanks that got bled off right there. I think that you could start moving out when you push closer to like 140, 150 supply, because you start getting this ball of tanks where ground units just really can't like get in on it very well. And it's a problem. Even right now, I think the zealot count has been bled off too much. Oh yeah, it was 1-0, huh? I always forget to do that. Too much to just like straight up a move in, but I mean, there's a lot of Templar. Okay. I thought it was going to be Zealot drops. I think you could fly in and drop Zealots on this with speed shuttles for sure. Actually, I think that's what you do in this position. I think you just drop Zealots, leave. Drop Zealots, leave. Drop Zealots, leave. There's not that much, like, there's not a lot of anti-air. But I guess we have carriers on the way. So we are going into that late game again. We are getting into the same situation of last game where Titus is being allowed to build up. And the upgrades are not really here. +2? Am I missing it? Oh, yeah, 1-1. What am I talking? I don't know why I do that. Yeah. I mean, they're not bad, right? We already +1 air, though. 2-2's on the way. how many carriers do you make? I think you make, my opinion is you make a bunch. Like a lot. I think you start trading out ground army and you get a couple like arbiters with this and you just make a ton. That's my opinion. But I know Goliaths can be pretty good. I mean, we are in that 140, 150 supply range now. Like, we are getting up supply. The problem is in the units right now is that the Goliath count is pathetic. And we have had no... I actually think this is early. I think this is going to give them time to respond to this. And you're giving them time to respond to this that you don't want them to have. I mean, I could be wrong. I think it's a little early. I guess they're also thinking maybe they'll just go poke out the 4th base. I like this. I like that a lot. This army looks so small because the worker count's so high. Here it is. The push up through the main, just like I said, right up through here. Are we gonna get into the main and shut down this infrastructure? I mean, see what I'm saying, though? See how well the tanks just target? I know there's small groups of units coming in. Okay. I was like, you don't want to take a storm. Okay, 4th base went down. Fighting going everywhere. We have shuttles set up over here. But this battering ram of an army is here. And now we're up to 189 supply. Like, there's army at home, presumably. Like, these carriers are just they're just AFK. They're having a little vacation. The vultures being annoying, but this is the story, right? This is a gigantic army. And last game, you didn't get all of the production. I think this game we might. Okay, we're on the 3rd base, so the storm's going to come down and hit... Are we going to... Oh, storm the workers. Do it for me. Do it for the thumbnail. Storm the workers for the thumbnail! Yes! Thumbnail. I have to go back and get that. There's a lot of tanks. Oh, but the storms. Oh, the storms. Oh, God. It's getting scary again. I mean, 5 carriers here is not nothing, but we are making more at home. And I think that, once again, like I mentioned earlier, the Goliath count, we're in the 20s now. But it's not huge, right? Oh my God, he didn't have the Goliath upgrade. He's barely getting it now. That is so massive. I didn't even realize that. You need that upgrade. To the range. You can't even fight these without that. Like, legitimately, you can't. We have no gas. I think that's a checkmate. I think no gas is a checkmate. Yeah. Because you just can't make any more Goliaths. I mean, the Goliaths are shooting zealots. Like, you don't want Goliaths shooting zealots. You need the Goliaths hitting these carriers. And these carriers need to be dealt with. They're just living with impunity. Like, they're just going to shut down your production. And your income's already gone. Yeah, I don't know. This is a good army, but how many... There's not even very many Goliaths over here. There's not. I think even these, right? I think that this is the mistake that was made last game, is that we just stopped making carriers. And I just think you just keep making carriers. You try to get a storm off, like, watch, they're going to walk in. He's like, oh, how are you? And it's like, hey, come on in, buddy. Check out the weather. Those are good storms, but they're kind of overlapped on each other. But the carriers are here. And the carriers are there. And that is the end of the game. And the end of today's cast. It was a long one today. Thank you for joining me for it. That leaves Blank up 2-0 versus Titus, and it's not looking good for the Terran Hope. Protoss is on the comeback path as long as it's not playing certain players. So, with that, I appreciate you all watching. Thanks for joining, and I will be seeing you soon. Have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever it is.